Hello, coffee beans. Today is leg day, but I'm not talking about my workout right now. I gotta let you guys know what happened to me a couple weeks ago. Actually, I'm not even going into like great detail. Just, I'm gonna tell you how I got scammed. And anyway, let me just tell you a story. Okay, so I went to the doctor's office for my cardiology checkup from when I was having them weird rhythms last year. This was my year checkup where I had to wear the Holter monitor again for 3 days, 72 hours, whatever. But anyway, before I got the monitor, I am in the office getting, you know, seeing the doctor, doing a checkup. And my son texts me now. My son has some charges on his account from Apple that he didn't recognize. So I told him, call Apple, tell them that you don't recognize those charges, that it wasn't you, and, you know, so they can give you your money back and find out, you know, why you're being charged for stuff that you're not getting. So I screenshot the number to Apple and sent it to him while I'm at work. Then I go, this is hours later, I'm at my doctor's appointment. I text him when I get out of work. Ooh, and I ask him, did you call them, or did you call a number? He never responds. So while I'm sitting in the office, he sends me a text message saying that Cash App, mind you, Cash App now, Cash App is about to call you. They need to verify, something about needing to verify his account. And they need a second person that he trusts so that they can verify his account, because they can't send the money back until they can. I don't know exactly what the text message said. I'm not pull it up. Maybe I will. Just to so that he can get his money back. Now I'm in the doctor's office. Let me just read. I'll just read what the text message said, because I can't remember exactly because it was last week. But it was a very frustrating week for me with all this happening. With what happened. So let's see, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, so this is the beginning. So I sent him the text with the actual Apple number on it. Then before I get off, like maybe I was sitting in the doctor's, I don't know, but I said, did you call? He didn't respond. Half hour later, he sends me a text message while I'm sitting there talking with my doctor. He's like, Mom, are you busy right now? And I text him and I say, why? And he says, Cash App will call you for a verification. And I'm like, now mind you, I'm talking to my doctor and, you know, I'm like, I really don't have time for this right now. And I'm like, why me? Why do they need me to talk to me to verify funds, to put funds back? And then he says, so I can get my funds back because my account is in review. I have to choose a trustworthy person. Now, I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm not paying attention. And I said, oh, so then this is my response. It takes it from your account through Cash App? Because I'm like, he's supposed to be calling Apple, okay? I don't know how Cash App got in the mix. I'm not there with him on the phone or whatever. This is just a text message that he's sending me. And then he texts me, the Cash App manager is about to call you. So the guy calls me, and, you know, they're writing some stuff out. The doctor stepped out for a minute. And, you know, they're talking about they need to verify and some information, blah, 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 blah. So then he starts asking for all this other information through my Cash App. You know, sending money. You know how a bank puts money in your account to verify. And again, I'm half focused on this, half focused. I just want to get off the phone. I'm not thinking about scam or any of this stuff because I'm thinking he's talking to Apple. And I'm trying to concentrate on my doctor's visit. Next thing I know, I am about $5 grand short in my account. And I'm texting my son. I'm like, what is this? And he says, this is the number that you sent me. And then he said, because now I'm flipping out, like I'm going off on this guy on the phone, and my son is texting me because somehow the phone got disconnected, and then the guy called me back. Now at this point, he's already been taking money out of my account. I know it's a scam at this point, but he's already starting getting money, so I'm trying to figure out how can I get my money back or whatever, right? And so I'm like going off on this guy on the phone, and my son texts me. Now, this guy has control of my phone screen, okay? There's some app that I downloaded which was a red flag, but I was not 100% focused. I'm still thinking that we're talking to Apple, so I'm not thinking scam because I'm thinking he called the number that I sent him. And I'm like, what is this? And he responds, this is the number that you sent me. And I didn't respond to him because, again, these people, they have control of my phone. They're like doing stuff with the screen and stuff. And they're not allowing me to answer any phone calls. Every time my son would call me, they would say, if you get disconnected, we won't be able to get the phone. Don't answer the phone, because if we get disconnected, we won't be able to get you your money back or whatever. So I'm going off. And now my son's texting me, and he said to tell you to calm down. You're getting it back. And then he's saying, I'm trying to add you back to the call. Why aren't you answering the phone? Now, all those text messages I did not see. They came through. Again, they had control of my phone, so I didn't see that my son was even texting me. And then he sent a screenshot of this other thing. Now, this, again, I don't see all this till after. My son, he sends me a screenshot. Let me see if I can show you the screenshot, if you can see that. I don't think you can see that good. It's coming in, but that's what, there it is. Now, that's the fraudulent number, guys. Now, this is not what I sent my son. He says that he called the number that I sent him, then he sends me this. That's not what I sent him. I sent him this, which actually has the actual Apple number and stuff on it. It is not what I sent him. So, then he puts on the, hello, do you not see my calls or messages or something? Mom, are you getting my calls? All caps. At this point, I've been on the phone with these criminals, these frauds, for about over an hour. Because remember, I was at the doctor's office, then I'm sitting in the parking lot, and then I ended up driving home. Like, I was on the phone for a long time with them. And I'm like my heart is in my feet because they have taken so much money. They literally cleaned out my bank account. They took almost $5,000 from me. And I'm like, I'm mad. I'm mad. So I get off the phone with get off the phone with them finally, because at the end of all this, they're like, okay, well, we need to hang up to complete the transaction, and then we'll call you back. And of course, like I said, I already knew it was a scam, so they hung up. And then I immediately text my son. I'm like, you just got me scammed. And I told him, I'm like, all the money, they just took everything in my bank account. So anyway, I immediately got on the phone with the bank and emailed Cash App about the scam, sent them screenshots of all the transactions, how they seized control of my phone, all the blah, 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 blah. Disputed all of the transactions and everything. Dude, they took a lot of money. And at least that's a lot for me. It may not be a lot for some people, but for me, that's a lot of money. I'm not rich. And that's everything that I got to pay the bills, feed my family, you know, take care of the necessities that I have to take care of. And it's all gone. And I'm just like seething. Because I'm like, are they going to get away with this? You know, so I get on the phone with the bank. I dispute all of the transactions that come out because, of course, they're all fraudulent. Long story short, the bank is investigating the fraud. They did put the money back, but they are investigating the fraud. So I just wanted to tell you guys to be very careful. Now, if I had not been in a doctor's office, I think I know I would have responded to that a little bit better. I've been concentrating and seeing all the red flags more, because the red flags they were turning in my head, but I was thinking about, I'm trying to hurry up and get done so I can get back. You know, I'm like, okay, I need to take care of my doctor's appointment, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not completely focused. And by the time I realized that it was a scam, they had already taken money from me. So, yeah, like that story was horrendous. So guys, be extremely, extremely careful. And another thing is, even though I know I sent my son the right information and he took it upon himself to go and Google a different number from what I sent him, because that clearly you saw it wasn't what I sent them, and I think he was just afraid, so he didn't want to tell me that he went and Googled it again instead of just using the number that I sent him. So eventually he did tell me, well, I just did what you did and I Googled and this is the number. And I'm like, that doesn't look any, I screenshotted you the number so that you have it. There was no need for you to even Google it because I just screenshotted it to you. So anyway, be careful, be very careful. Question everything. Like, don't download stuff. And I know this, guys. I don't need a lecture. I don't need nothing. I know where I slipped up and made my mistakes because I was not 100% paying attention to what was going on, because I already had the assumption that the people that he was talking to were legitimate. So it took me a little bit, and I was still doing things while I was processing it instead of processing first and then taking actions. I was taking actions while I was processing what was going on. So I was following the instructions at the same time that I'm thinking about and saying, this is not right what they're out, this is, something's wrong with this, and kind of got caught up in it, even though I was picking up on the red flags. I just wasn't responding to them right away. So be very careful when you're dealing with them. Don't download anything on your phone that allows anybody to share your screen or anything like that. And it wasn't worded like that. Like, these criminals are very crafty in how they set stuff up, because it wasn't worded like that. So it wasn't the way that I took it, because it wasn't worded like that. And don't do things while you're distracted, like I'm doing right now, trying to work out and talk to you guys. But don't do things while you're distracted. Make sure, especially when it has something to do, like, it shouldn't have had anything to do with my accounts. And that was red flag. I won't even say number one, because there were so many red flags, it's not even funny. But that was a big one, is why would they need me to need my account to do anything? Because my account is not linked to his account. And why would they even need to talk to me, which is what I did text to my son. But again, I was distracted. And all is well. Everything has been put right. But it should not have ever happened if I didn't let my guard down a little bit, especially when I wasn't in the presence of my son when he was doing that. He's only 18. He just turned 18. He didn't know any better. So, but it's a hard lesson to learn, because he lost money too. And they also included my brother in on it. So we all lost money. And they basically used my trust for my son and my son's trust in me against me. His naivety and his trust in me to be able to suck us all in. And then I feel like they use my brother's trust in me, because he knows that I'm not a fool and I'm not gonna do anything. I'm very cautious when I do stuff. And so he just kind of was like, okay, and didn't verify it with me. It caught us all off guard. So this was some new kind of scam thing. It was not cool. So be very careful, guys, out there when you're with your kids, really, because most adults, I think, know what the signs of certain scams and stuff are. They know what to watch out for. But for most adults, for most kids, just kind of talk to your kids and let them know what to look out for beyond just the typical scams. Because these scam artists, as technology advances, they are advancing too, and they are really getting crafty with how they scam you right out of stuff. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. So, all right, I'm gonna end the video there. I'm home alone. Kids are at school. I got off work early, and I just wanted to come on to warn people and share my my scam story. So, all right, see ya.